Hey, welcome back to Wisconsin Family. We are here once again filming at the fantastic Gruno's Diamonds near Westtown Mall. What a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, it's always great to walk through the doors of this place.
Absolutely,
for sure.
absolutely. And we're going to talk to them later.
Yep.
There's some great Father's Day gifts. We're going to pick their brains a little bit. For now, we are going to chat a little bit about wood with a story. I'm very excited to introduce you to Mike Breezee from Baraboo Woodworks. How are you?
Great.
So excited to have you. So I have kind of stumbled across your company and since got to learn a lot more about Baraboo Woodworks and totally have fallen in love with this place. So give folks at home who haven't heard of you, or if they haven't heard of you, a little background of what you do.
Sure. We're a small little boutique retail wood shop in Madison. We're called Baraboo Woodworks. We get some of our wood from Baraboo, and the owner started in Baraboo. We're in Madison on the east side, and what we do is we work with local tree companies and the city, and we try and recycle urban wood into unique products rather than having to go to the landfill or firewood.
Absolutely. This is such a cool company. I just love it.
That's really cool. So when you say urban wood, you're talking about like the trees that are like cut down in the city or something like that?
Yes, exactly. Okay. Trees in your backyard,
sure.
Trees in a parking lot, trees on the city streets that are coming down.
And you help people, or you make some really kind of unique projects with these urban trees. Can you talk to us a little bit about some of those things?
Sure. We've done everything from custom dining room tables to we've actually done a food cart for a guy who's down on the Union Library Mall. And
sure.
So neat. What a cool project. I actually got to see that food cart while you were kind of in creation of it.
Yeah.
So neat that you guys do things like that. I had no idea that you could have such great custom work done with local wood. I mean, that's
and
cool.
it's recycling at its best, really.
Yeah, right.
It really is.
Yeah.
And so you do these custom pieces. Let's talk a little bit about like the retail aspect for folks who haven't ever been to you have a physical location.
We do.
So can people just come in and buy wood from you?
Yes, and that's something we're really trying to emphasize is the retail shop. Anybody can come in, and if they just want to buy a board, 1 board or 10 boards, and we have such unique, think of all the trees in Wisconsin, the hackberries and the honey locusts, and just kind of unique things you won't find at most lumber yards. Because we get them from backyards.
So these are kind of unique species that you just can't get everywhere.
Correct, yes.
That's so neat.
Talk to us about some of can you elaborate on that a little bit? Talk to us about some of the different types of species of wood that we can find there in your retail store.
Anything from, basically anything that grows in Wisconsin. We'll come across it through our dealings with the arborists and trees coming down around the area. So anything from oaks to maples to honey locust to hackberry, just cherry and walnut, anything that grows in Wisconsin, we probably have it at some point.
That's so neat. And I want to make sure that we touch on this a little bit again in case people haven't been to your store yet or haven't heard of you. So called Baraboo Woodworks, and partially because of some of the background, but you guys are located in Madison. So tell us about that. You actually have a physical location here.
Yes, right on the east side, just off of Milwaukee Street on North Bryan. It's actually right down the road from McCormick Lumber. So if you can find that, you can find us.
Yeah, and it's just such a cool place to visit too, because I had no idea that there was a company like this out there. But then you invited me to come in and take a look, and touring this place, it was so neat. Like there's all these different species like wood that I didn't know existed, that was even out there, that you turned into these beautiful lumber that people can actually buy.
Yes, and even like the live wood slabs where we have bark on both edges, and just think of slicing through the tree, and we'll put a whole tree up on the stand so you can just like flip through like a library of wood and pull something out that you like.
That's so
very
neat.
cool.
So,
I just have to, I'm really curious to know, like, where do you get, I mean, obviously we know where you get the wood comes from, but who brings that to you? I mean, do you have different contractors that are coming and saying, hey, I chopped down a tree in this person's backyard and here it is? I mean,
a lot of time it works with the homeowner has hired an arborist, and they work with the arborist and say, hey, I want to do something with this log, this tree. I want to, make a table. Can you guys bring it over to Baraboo Woodworks? And so, yeah, the arborists we're working with probably a half dozen in the city, and they bring them to us, and then we do something with the wood for the customer.
That's so neat.
So basically, sometimes people have an idea already when they want to chop down a tree in their backyard of what they want, and so they ask to their arborist.
And a lot of times they don't. They know they want to do something with the wood, and they'll just bring the logs in, and then they'll come into our shop and look around, and we'll
bounce some ideas off them.
Sure.
And then they'll get the inspiration.
Very cool.
So talk about knowing the whole backstory. I mean, you could literally have a tree in your backyard that you want to make into something.
Yes, we've actually done some of those where we did a walnut table and benches, and the benches and the table now sits in the sunroom that used to be shaded by that walnut tree.
Oh,
So
how
I mean,
cool is that?
That's
it
very cool.
stayed within 20 feet of where the original tree was. So
Yeah.
And
that's
real
pretty
quick,
cool.
when are you open for folks who want to come see
Monday
you?
through Friday, 8 to 4, but also by appointment. If you
Oh.
have to come in later, just give us a call and say, hey, I can't make it till 5. We
That's
can stay
awesome.
open. And then Saturdays, 8 to 1.
That's so great, Mike. These
Awesome.
guys are absolutely fabulous too, so you should definitely check them out, give them a call, visit their website. Mike Breezee from Baraboo Woodworks, thanks for joining us. We're going to be back here at Gruno's with more Wisconsin Family up next.